All right, it is July 11th, and here's a westbound. Coming on the Creston sub now, heading west. Got a bunch of empties on the back end of this one. Didn't feel like looking at work, so came down here to watch our competition, BNSF. This is Pacific Junctions, July 11th, 2026, Saturday. Making some videos for you guys currently as I'm watching the rail go by. Rail Fanning Adventures. Alright, July 11th. Rail Fanning Adventures, Napier Center. So this is an interesting spot to sit and watch trains. It's on the BNSF northern route coming out of Kansas City. And here they can continue to Pack Junction. They can go to Pack Junction, or as this one's doing, head north to, they can head north to Pacific Junction, which this one's doing, or they can head northwest, right here to the left, and go towards Lincoln. Now this is an empty coal drag. What they're going to do is, it's going to run up to past Pacific Junction, then head west on the Creston sub, go to Lincoln, and then continue up to Wyoming or Denver, wherever the hell this one gets its coal from, on the Sandhill division of BNSF. When I got here, this one had a diverging approach. He obviously went to the right. He could have went left on the St. Joe sub. Instead he's on the, I guess it would be the Pacific Junction sub. I really don't know what sub it is, guys. I don't work for BNSF. I work for UP, so. But this one's heading due north, empty coal drag, July 11th, Napier Junction. You're going to see a lot of coal on this line. Coal and manifest mainly. There's a maintenance away. Actually, it's a whole track gang guy down here with their own locomotive and job trailer. Looks like they're replacing the ties on the St. Joe sub. I will tell you this, from watching BNSF, they tend, when they come up north out of Kansas City, they tend to run up to Pack Junction and then head west. And what happens is the St. Joe sub tends to run railroad south, coming out of Lincoln, out of Hobson Yard. They tend to run south out of that, and it alleviates the traffic, because these are single track mains. They're not like UP that has double track through the majority of their system out here. This is the old CBQ, Chicago, Berlin, Quincy. Comes our rear DPU. Again, it's continuing north up to Pacific Junction, Iowa. I am in Napier City, Missouri. Royal Fanning Adventure. Alright, it's July 11th, 2026, and I am here in Napier Center, Missouri. And we got this northbound manifest coming out of Kansas City. Guys, I'm not too familiar with BNSF subdivisions, but it's coming from Kansas City, Missouri. This is the St. Joe sub to my left, and probably the Council Bluffs sub. This one looks, we'll find out which way it's going in a minute. It's either going to go north to Pacific Junction, or it's going to go northwest to Lincoln. One or the other. We'll find out. It is going north to Pacific Junction. It's going to run north to Pacific Junction. Oh, look at that, Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. That was pretty cool. Some cool graffiti. Every once in a while there's some cool graffiti. Something that takes some talent that's other than gibberish names and shit. Alright, so this one's going to head north to Pack Junction and most likely swing west onto the Creston sub to head to Gibson Yard, which is in Lincoln, Nebraska. They don't usually swing east at Pacific Junction, they tend to go west. The railroad east or the southbounds come off the St. Joe sub here to my left. When I'm following this right now, I am looking due east, or the camera is facing due east to video this train and Napier Center. This one came up and stopped here for a while to get its TWC, its track warrant, to continue north. Line is not PTC. Ooh, some brand new iron ore, or ore cars I call them. Brand new. Wow. Literally just made this month, this year, on the side. These are brand new iron ore cars. That's what I call them. Rich Bernardin, founder of Rail Fanning Adventures, conductor for Union Pacific. Haven't been out rail fanning for a long time. Finally got some time off. Decided to go poke around, see what I could catch. Since I work for UP, I decided to rail fan BNSF. Yep. Because I got tired of seeing my bananas. So I went for some orange in my life. These are really nice cars. Again, brand new. The build date is actually this month, and they were just built. These are brand new. Haven't been used, off the assembly line from wherever they came from. And you're seeing them first here. Again, this train is going due north to Pacific Junction, Iowa. We're at Napier Center, Missouri right now. July 11th. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a minute. We're going to pan to the north. Pan to the north to follow the end. There's our EOT. How you know it's TWC, guy? Well, it tells me that right there. Begin TWC and CTC. So track warrant territory. So he came in here, stopped, got his track warrant, got permission to go by signal up to Pacific Junction. That's a single lane. The tracks that go right that are closest to us that bear off to the left here, that is the St. Joseph sub. Starts in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I guess it goes all the way down to St. Joe's here on its way to Kansas City. The other one I'm going to call the Council Bluff sub, but here we are, Napier Center, Rail Fanning Adventures.
Fire bits and just coming up.
All right, again we're here in Napier Center, Missouri, and this is a northbound empty coal drag coming out of Kansas City, coming north. It is going to stop and get its TWC, its track warrant, to continue north. It is going to go to the right there, up the Council Bluff sub. The tracks that go to the left, that would be the St. Joseph sub that goes to northwest to Lincoln, Nebraska. He's got to get his track warrant. Tells him to do so right there. End of CTC, begin TWC. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am here in St. Joseph's. Actually just south of St. Joseph's on Contrary Creek Road, and this is a southbound heading to Kansas City. This one came out of Council Bluff. Filling this earlier today. Council Bluffs to Kansas City. It's July 11th, 2026. Down here in St. Joseph's, Missouri. and St. Joseph's, Missouri. I believe this is the line that goes south. I'm facing north right now. This train's coming south out of St. Joe's, heading towards Kansas City. See what we get. Single track main down here. This was the former CBQ line. I'm just south of St. Joseph's right now. Should be a loaded coal drag. Yeah, loaded coal heading to Texas. Bernardin, Rail Fanning Adventures. UX. The reporting mark, and this train's going to Texas, full of coal from the Powder River. We got our rear view coming.